Good morning, guys. How are you today? Today is the seventh and last day of the revision, so let's start. Here are some angles. I need to order these angles from smallest to largest. So first, let's start with the recall of the angles. I have six types of angles. The first type is the zero angle. After that, it's acute angle, and then right angle, obtuse angle, and straight angle, and the last type is the reflex angle. So let's start with the smallest here. Here it's acute but smaller, here it's obtuse, and here it's right. So the smallest angle here, it's B, because it's the smallest angle, the smallest acute angle there. And after that, the next acute angle is C, so this is the second type, this is the second one. And after that, the right angle, which is A, and after that the obtuse angle, which is D. This is for this question. After that, next question, I have here a question to saying read the scales and use the information to answer the questions. The three apples as well as the three carrots have the same mass. So I have here first thing here, I have three scales and I have three apples here, three carrots, and I have a rabbit. So first of all, I have to figure out every space here means how many grams. So I have to make it like that. For the apples, I will start with the first scale. So as we remember together that the scale, to calculate the scale, we have to get the difference in reading over the number of spaces. So the difference in reading here, it's 500 and here it's 0. So it's 500 minus 0. So this is the first one. And the number of spaces, take care because you're not walking in that side. You're not walking in this direction. You're walking clockwise direction. You're walking like that. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's 25 spaces. So here it's 500 over 25, which equals to 20. How did I calculate that mentally? It's very easy. 50 divided 25 equals 2, and the zeros travels to the answer, so the answer is 20. So every dash here, every small dash here equals to 20 grams. So as we said here, it's 5 times 20 equals 100, and here 5 and here 10 times 20 equals 200, and here's 300, and after that it's 400, and here it's after 400 by one dash, so it's 420 grams. These are the three apples, and to calculate one apple you have to divide by 3. So 420 divided by 3, it's gonna be equals to 140 grams. This is according to the apples. Okay, so let's go for the carrots. The carrots here, it's the same thing. The scale equal difference in reading over number of spaces. So here the difference in reading is 200 minus 0 over the number of spaces are like here's 5 spaces. So 200 minus 0 over 5. And 200 over 5 mentally calculation, it's 40. So how did I do it? Here it's 20 divided 5 equals 4 and 0 travel to the answer. So the answer is 40. And so it means that every dash here means 40 grams. So here it's 200. After that here's 400. And here I walk one dash, so it's 440, and two dashes, it's 480 grams. So the three carrots equals to 480 grams. So to know each carrot equals how many grams, weighs how many grams, it's 480 divided by 3, which equals to 16. 160. So 16 and 0 travel to the answer. So 160 grams. This is for the carrots. Let's go through the rabbit. The rabbit here, it's difference. To get the scale, you have to apply the same rule. Difference in reading over number of spaces. So the difference in reading here it's 900 and here it's 0. So it's 900 minus 0 over number of spaces. Let's count them. 5, 10, 15. So it's 15 spaces. So 900 over 15, which equals to 60 grams. So every dash here equals 60 grams. So here it's 300. and here it's 600, here it's 900, and here it's 1200. It means it's equal to 1200 grams. This is the rabbit. Or it means equals to 1 kilogram and 200 grams. So I didn't answer any question yet. So let's go for the questions. Here, one apple equals 140 grams, one carrot equals to 160 grams, and one rabbit equals to 1200 grams. This is the last thing that we got in the previous slide. So here let's start to answer the questions. What is the mass of 3 apples? It's very easy. It's 420. We got it already. And for the second question, what's the mass of the 3 carrots? It's 480. That we calculated that in the previous slide. And here, what's the mass of the rabbit? It's 1200 grams. This is what we did. For that part, question number 4, what's the mass of 1 carrot? So the mass of 1 carrot, I wrote it down here for you. It's 160 grams. And the mass of, here he's asking about the mass of 2 apples. So I will multiply 140 times 2, which equals to 280 grams. And here in question number 6, he needs me to calculate the mass of 2 apples, 2 carrots, and the rabbit. So 2 apples, it means 280. 2 carrots, it means 160 times 2 equals 320. And the rabbit, it's 1200. So if I added all of them together, the answer is going to be 1800 grams. And for the last question here, if the rabbit eats a carrot, how many grams of carrots would be left? So if this rabbit ate a carrot, so the remainder carrots is going to be 2 carrots. And 2 carrots, 160 times 2, and I know that because I know that the one carrot equals 160 grams, so I will multiply it by 2 because the remaining carrots is going to be 2, so 160 times 2 is going to be 320 grams. So let's go for the next question. Here, a wildlife, here he made a study on the population growth of hippopotamus and recorded the information on graph. Answer the question based on the graph. First, this is the graph. I have to understand how it works. Here in this, in the y-axis, he just saying that this is the number of hippos. It's walking by 4, 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, and so on. And between every 2 numbers, there is another line. So the number between 0 and 4, yes, it's 2. And here the number between 4 and 8, it's 6, and so on. So I can walk 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. So let's start, and here the x-axis, it's about the year. Here it's year 2005, 2006, 2007, and so on. So let's start by the first question. In 2010, what was the population of the hippos? So in 2010, this is 2010. So I will just walk with the line to reach this curve, and then after that go here in the y-axis to cut it to know how many hippos are there. So between 32 hippos and 36 hippos, there is a number which is, yes, 34 hippos. So this is the answer for the first question. Second question, how many hippos were there in 2007? So we will do the same. So this is 2007, go with a line to cut the curve, and after that go to cut the y-axis here. So it's in the middle between 24 and 28. So the answer is, yes, 26. In which year, the third question, in which year did the hippo population reach 30 in number? So here I will do the opposite, the opposite. The last two questions, I started with the year here, I put a point and then go with the line. In this question, third question, I will go in the number and put a point first and then go with the line to cut the curve. So here I need to go to the 30. Where's 30? Yeah, there's no 30 here, but it's hidden. It's between 28 and 32. So this is the 30. And then go with a line to cut the curve and go down. So it's in 2008. The number of hippos population reached 30 in number. So here, question number 4. Which year recorded the minimum hippo population? So if you looked at the curve, what's the minimum number here? what's the minimum number here? It's This is the smallest number in the curve. So in which year? So here's 12. I will go down to cut the x-axis. Yes, it's this is the year. It's 2005. So in 2005, this recorded the minimum hippo population. In question number 5, how many more hippos were recorded in the year 2008 than in 2006? So we already know that in 2008 there was 30 hippos. And here in 2006 I need to calculate it. So I have to put a point here in 2006 and go with a line to cut the curve and get it the number of hippos in 2006. So it was 20 hippos. And then I will subtract them together. Subtract them from each other's, like 20 from 30, it's gonna be 30 minus 20 equals 10 hippos. So this is the question, and this is the last thing in the revision. I hope that you understood it. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.